Welcome back everyone, this is MandoAllDay, back with another video, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at the Flash from the Flash movie. This is a 12-inch statue. I'll be talking about the sculpture, the paint, and of course, if it's worth your purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at front of the box, the side, the back, which I really like the art piece, the other side, top, which is a little heavy, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the statue outside the box. As always, it do come with a card. This is the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. It does come with this huge stand that he's on, and it does come with these, obviously, lightning bolts on there. You can actually take them off if you want. So if you don't actually want to put them on, you can just take them off like so. Pretty easy. But I put them on, and I think this is how it looks. I'm not too sure, so if I'm putting it wrong, let me know. But from the looks of it, it looks like this is going to be it. So again, you don't have to put this one on. Definitely you have to put this one because of its actual stand. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But just make sure, though, that you cover that hole because there's nothing on it. And that's pretty much it. So again, this is just a statue. So let's take a look at the statue. And unfortunately, there's an articulation, so there's that. Let's take a look at the statue, and right away, the head sculpture looks really cool. I do like the lightning bolts on there. I think the paint job is really good. The face sculpture is really, really good. Very detailed. You get the painted lips on there. You get the painted eyes underneath the goggles. And I like how the goggles are actual yellow as well, too. And you can see through them. They get very subtle, but very noticeable. And I appreciate it. But the detail in terms of the head sculpture and paint job is really good. You got more sculpture design on there. Of course, you got the lightning on there, the outline, and of course, lightning bolt that gold. One thing I did notice is that it's two different colors. You got that gold, right? And then you got that bright, bright yellow, which is, I'm kind of like in the fence about that. Some of it I do like, some of it I don't. I'm kind of like, which I'll talk about in a bit in terms of the back. But in terms of the head, I do like the mixture of that gold and yellow. I think it's very subtle, but it looks good. Then you had here the arm sculpture design there. You got a lot of sculpture design, very detailed on there. You can see it. Then you got the bright, bright red. More of that gold lightning as well, too. Then you got the hand right there. I'm not too sure what this is. This is maybe part from the movie. I don't know. Until the movie comes out, then we'll find out. But there's that. Then you have here the upper body. You can see it's kind of torso turning. Looks good. You got that Flash logo. Looks really, really good. And of course, you got all that yellow coming up from the Flash logo, which is, again, very subtle, but it looks good. You got the white on there on the logo in gold. Then you have the arm on here as well, too. And of course, in the back, you have the lightning on there, too. And again, the upper body looks really good. As mentioned, the yellow part, it's not bad. It's just a little too much. It's right here. It's going to be this portion right here. It's a little too much about it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't like this design here in the yellow. It just looks like it's just there for no reason. I don't mind it like here. They're thin. It kind of leads into this. But here in the back, it's just there. You see what I mean? It's really thick and really obvious, and it just doesn't look right. Maybe in the movie they're going to explain it why this is there, but it is what it is, though. But overall, though, I got to say the upper body on this statue, it's a good-looking statue. It does not articulate. I thought it did, because you can see here, I actually thought it did articulate, so I was kind of swiveling it a little bit, but it doesn't. At least mine doesn't do it. So if you have this statue, let me know if it swivels. Mine doesn't swivel, so there's that. But overall, though, I gotta say, the upper body looks good, man. Very good sculpture design. The paint job looks good. The yellow just here in the back, I'm kind of iffy about it. But everything else, it just looks really, really good. And, of course, the head sculpture looks good. Take a look at the legs. Legs on there, you get the same kind of style on here in the sculpture. Also present on the legs. You got this big back on here. The belt looks really good. Very detailed on here. You can really feel the sculpture design. Then you have the inner leg, or thighs, I should say. Plain red, but you get that thin yellow as well, too. All the way down to the legs. Here his left leg more straight out. You can see more of the sculpture design. More of that yellow thin lightning on there. Of course, the lightning bolts on there. And, of course, the feet itself, or the boots, I should say. Boots look good. Very sculpture design. Very clean. I wish there was a bit more to it, but from the looks of the movie trailer, this is how it looks like. And so far, it looks good in terms of the boot. right? You got more sculpture design here in the bottom of the feet, which is good, gives it more detail, right? But look at that, it looks really, really cool. And if you don't have this on here, essentially it's just Flash just leaning forward, but you gotta have that on there. So I wish this was more darker so you can't see the black on there. It kind of looks bad. It's nothing too bad about it, but it's just kind of there. When you once you see it, it's there. You can't unsee it. So there's that though. So overall, the lower torso, it's good, very clean looking. Flash sculpture design on the statue, and yeah, man, I like it. So of course, the main question is this worth it? Should you go out and get this statue? I think for $40, I think it's a good fair price for it. I like the sculpture design. The paint job is good, as mentioned. There are some parts where I'm kind of iffy about it, like I said, the back of the statue. But apart from that, the statue itself, it's a good, clean-looking statue. And for the price you pay, $40, I think it's a fair price. It's not the best price, but it's a fair price. And I'm saying fair because there's another statue where you pay $10 more and you get way more, which I'll show you in a bit. But it is what it is, though. And like I said, for $40, you get a cool, clean-looking Flash statue. And for me, I'm a sucker for statues, especially statues that are affordable like this one. So for $40, I think it's a good price. But regardless of the price, though, what I think about the statue, I give it a thumbs up. I think it's a good-looking Flash statue. What I like about it is, from what I'm seeing here, McFarlane is just taking like a snapshot of a moment in time of a character, but nothing else, which is kind of cool, and I like that. But I also don't like that because I like it when it's like a diorama with it, which again I'll show you in a bit. But nonetheless, so the statue itself, I give it a thumbs up. For $40, I would say it's a fair price. I have a feeling this might go on sale because of it's the actor. I don't want to go into a whole different topic, but if someone doesn't want to buy the statue because of the actor, what the actor's done, no, I completely get it, and I can see a lot of these statues not being sold a lot because of that. And again, I'm not judging you if you feel that way towards him. I get it. I'm not judging you. I understand. So there's that. So if you're thinking of getting the statue and you don't mind waiting, you may get it for a cheaper sale, probably when the movie comes out, but you never know. Here we have the Flash from the Flash movie wave statue and the Batman Hush, the blue costume, the blue color variant. This is also from the DC Multiverse by Todd McFarlane. And again, they both look good. Same in terms of the base on there. But good. Both of them are good looking statues. If you were to ask me which do I prefer, of course I'm going to choose Batman because Batman's the best. But one thing I do like about the Flash though, it's animated. This one is a bit animated, but he's just standing there, just posing. I like it more like this, where you can see him doing something. And I think this is a really, really cool pose for the Flash. But nonetheless, so here we have Flash and Batman Hush. Here we have Flash from the Flash movie, and of course Michael Keaton Batman for the Flash movie. Really cool statue. Unfortunately, mine did come damaged. You can see the crotch. A little bit of the design right there. I don't see my camera can pick it up. Yeah, little scuff marks on them, the crotch. I contacted McFarlane. They said that the only thing they could really do, it just gave me a... Oops, come on. There you go. It gave me a $5 like, gift card or credit, which is not what I want to hear, but I don't know. It is... I don't know. We'll see. But maybe there's an update. But nonetheless, so here we have Michael Keaton Batman and, of course, Flash. Now, as I mentioned with the Batman Hush one, you can definitely see what I'm referring to here. Because here it's more of him doing something. He's actually like fighting pose. Batman here, he's just kind of like walking with the breeze. This one he's doing something. And I actually like this more version of a Batman where he's like doing something as opposed to just standing. But don't get me wrong, I like the Batman Hush, but I like something like this where he's posing. And again, just showing you how the Flash looks standing next to the Batman, Michael Keaton. Here we have Flash and Red Death from the Dark Knights of Metal storyline. Now, as I mentioned, for $40, I think this is a good statue for $40. I think it's a fair price for it. I say fair because for $10 more, you could have gotten this, the Red Death one. Just look at that. You have a little bit of the capture in moment type of thing where they took a photo of it in a moment and you can see him. You have a base on here and it just gives it more of a look to it. This is cool, don't get me wrong, but the base is just plain. It's kind of like this, so having it like this, having the diorama on there, it gives it an extra look, and that's what I like about this statue, specifically Diamond Select. They do a really good job with having like statues posing an action pose, but also having like a base like this, and it looks really really good. You can definitely see here, but this is $50. This is 40. I think this is more than that because it's kind of hard to find because they discontinued. But for what I paid for, $50 compared to this 40. I mean, just look at the difference. Come on. Regardless of the actual the character, you gotta admit, for $50 or $10 more, you get more detail, and you get a cooler base compared to this one. Like really, are we really gonna compare it? But nonetheless, so just showing you how Flash looks, DC Multiverse standing next to the Diamond Select Red Death. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with the statue? Do you plan on purchasing the statue? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. Then includes an overview of the Flash statue from the Flash movie wave, and on to the next one.